All right. Welcome back to the Brandon Coin YouTube channel. I hope everybody's having a great day. I'm having a pretty good one myself. Hope everybody ate enough during Thanksgiving. I ate enough for a couple people, but regardless, Nvidia there's some more information about the upcoming 2060s. And I wasn't excited about these re-released 2060s, but these could potentially be decent mining cards, and this may not even be intentional on Nvidia's part. So let me flip on over here to the article and show you guys what we're talking about, what we found. Where are we at here? There we are. All right, so this is on Tech Radar, and Nvidia's revamped RTX 2060 GPU could be faster than we expected. So Nvidia's rumored 2060 might be a more powerful resurrection of its Turing graphics card than we expected, going on the latest speculation. Previously, the rumor mill has held that the only difference with the new 2060 is that it was going to be upped from 6 gigabytes of VRAM to 12 gigabytes of VRAM. So still not any more horsepower, just more VRAM. Don't know why they were doing that, but maybe they had some extra VRAM laying around. Ain't no telling. But now apparently video cards, which has been fairly accurate in a lot of their rumor mills stuff, coming out, is saying and claiming that confirmation from 3 separate sources, but we should remain skeptical of any rumor, of course, that the upcoming RTX 2060 will not just run with 12 gigabytes, but it will also up the CUDA core count to 2,176 CUDA cores. That would put it on par with a 2060 Super and clearly be a nice boost to its power level. Remember that the original 2060 ran with 1,920 cores. So it's going to have 12 gigs of VRAM and have just as many or right there at the same amount of CUDA cores as a 2060 Super. Yeah, that's pretty nice. It also shows a TDP or power usage of 184 watts, which is actually a touch more than the 175 watts consumed by the 2060 Super. The boost clock has also been pegged at 1650 megahertz by default, at least going on 2 separate sources. The upshot is that the refreshed 2060 should be equivalent to the old 2060 Super, but with a touch more power consumption and stingier memory bandwidth, 192-bit rather than the 2060 Super's 256-bit bus. That is the only thing that I think is probably going to hold the 2060 revamped, I guess you want to call it, back on Ethereum mining. But it gives it, these increased CUDA cores and increased memory gives it more horsepower to mine other algorithms and potentially like very high memory usage algorithms. I know a lot of people remember like Grin and was it Beam that needed a bunch of VRAM? I think it was just Grin. I don't know. There's been a few that spun off of Grin that they needed a bunch of VRAM to be able to mine. So a 12 gig card, I don't think anybody's going to complain about more VRAM. I don't think we're going to see the like 40 mega hash on these bad boys, but I mean it should be decent. It should at least be 30 plus. So anyway, it seems a little odd considering it would bring performance quite close to the RTX 3060, which, as Video Cards points out, is something in the order of only 8% faster than a 2060 Super. Oh, that is kind of odd. We'd imagine that there would have to be more substantial differences between the new 2060 and the 3060, particularly when you consider that Nvidia is reportedly planning a desktop 3050 of some kind. And this has to fit into the overall range as well. Wow, I didn't know they were going to come out with a desktop 3050. I mean, I get the idea that they were going to re-release 2060s again with more VRAM was apparently because 2060s are not made on the Ampere die or Ampere architecture. They're made on the Turing architecture. So apparently they're able to churn those chips out and it doesn't hurt production of the 30 series, which makes sense. It's like creating 2 different things that can be, made at the same time so they could essentially sell more GPUs. But it does seem odd that they would pick a 2060, then they would upgrade the CUDA cores and upgrade the VRAM. Why not just re-release the old 2060s? Maybe they're trying to make them appeal more to like the current audience. I'm not sure. It is odd. And it does seem like maybe they're getting into their own market of the 3060 and 3050. on the desktop end. So I guess we'll, only time will tell. But if these cards are all inbound as rumored, it's going to be something of a delicate balancing act requiring or regarding where they slot into Nvidia's relative GPU power scale. Although at this point, however fast these cards are, gamers are likely to happily take whatever they're given in terms of better stock levels of more wallet-friendly contemporary GPUs. So I don't think there's any kind of pricing right now. Yeah, I don't think there's any kind of pricing right now on the refresh 2060 12 gig cards, but I'd imagine these things are not going to be like dirt cheap. Just being that it's current gen Nvidia, these things are probably going to be north of $300, and I don't know, other than the fact for availability, like why are they making them? So the truth be told, it is what it is, and I mean they could literally probably remake 1080 Ti's and people would buy them for the right price. It's just a market that we live in. If somebody builds a graphics card, it will sell. Unless it's like a 6700 XT. For some reason, 6700 XTs. Well, we know why the reason is. They don't sell through very well, especially at their like aftermarket, $900 price. Obviously, from AMD Direct, they're priced accordingly. But 6700 XTs, they did not get the good end of the stick when it comes to like third-party pricing. But yeah, so a priced right GPU that can do some mining and some gaming absolutely will sell through. So anyway, are you guys gonna be buying any of these 2060s, the 2060 revamps as we'll call them? I'll tell you what, I'm not exactly interested in them. The only way I would buy these things, and it's not going to be possible, but is if they would do what a 2060 Super would do, but they don't have the memory bus of the 256-bit bus, so they're not going to have the bandwidth to be able to keep up with the 2060 Super when it comes to Ethereum mining. So they may outperform a 2060 Super everywhere else, but I don't see it outperforming it on Ethereum. And I mean, Ethereum's still king. A lot of people are like, oh man, we're about to go proof of stake. Man, hey, we've been about to go proof of stake for a long time. So until that happens, I'm going to keep on mining Ethereum, mining the top. So, and Ethereum constantly is up there. So, you know what I'm saying? It is what it is. But yeah. Anyway, guys, I'm going to jump off for tonight. Thank you for watching. I'll see you on the next one. Peace. Yeah. Okay. What's up, Mr. Jellyfishes and OGs out there that stayed for all the way at the end of the video? Man, I had a video planned for tonight. I was taking a Noctua little tiny fan and swapping out one of my server power supplies with it, but I cannot get it to work, and I don't even know exactly why. I thought I had a little what is it? Daggone multimeter, and I was gonna test the leads coming off of the server power supply, but I can't find my multimeter, so that's kind of got me at a dead halt right now. I went ahead and ordered one on Amazon, like a little cheap $10 one, and it'll be here like in a day or two. But I'm really hoping that I can get that little Noctua fan to work on there because it looks good. I mean, Noctua fans look like, the poop brown fans, but there's something about them that, like, especially when they're in a situation or a place that you don't expect it, and inside of a server power supply, you look in that little fan, it's a little Noctua fan, it's like, I didn't even know that existed. So, yeah, I'm pretty pumped about that video coming out. The How to Mine Raptorium on Hive video is also coming out. That's actually coming out tomorrow. I was just waiting to tweak a couple things on it tonight. I really wanted to see how the XM rig miner is doing, so I was trying to get some results on that. If you didn't know, XM rig, which is the top Monero miner for like ever and a day, just added Raptorium the other day, so you can mine Raptorium on XM rig now, which is, I mean, that's cool. More options. I imagine there's going to be more mainstream adoption, more miners available, the more popular it gets. That's just how the cookie crumbles. It seems though that Raptorium still is CPU like dominated. GPUs have not taken over the network. Somebody asked me about that earlier. Yeah. In other news, my RTX 3090. I talked to Silver Knights. and I was gonna, well, I am going to repad it, but I talked to them and they actually offer a repadding service. So, you know, DIY is cool, but I don't have pads on hand because I don't really repad anything. And if I don't have to take it apart and risk tearing anything up, as long as the price is reasonable, I figure I'll take it down there. And I don't know, do they, you know, I gotta ask them, but maybe do they guarantee that it won't thermal throttle? Is that a thing? Does anybody guarantee that? Can that be a guarantee? But I'll fill you guys in on that. So if you're not interested in actually DIYing your own thermal pads and you just want to ship them somewhere or take them somewhere and get the thermal pads swapped, it may be a good option for you. I'm not sure yet, but look out for that video too. But yeah, that's pretty much the inside scoop for like the next couple days. Yeah. Oh, got some car content coming out. I was waiting to. I'm changing out the suspension on my Civic. If you watch my car channel, Motor Nubs, I could not find my pickle fork, which is. Hold on one second. I'll show you what it is. Bam. All right. So here's a pickle fork. I couldn't find my pickle fork, so I had to buy another one. Actually, got this one off Amazon for like $10, man. Amazon has been a lifesaver. So a pickle fork is to pop your ball joints off significantly easier, and it doesn't risk like tearing them up as much. I mean, it's still, they can tear up the boots and all kinds of other stuff. But the way the suspension is on the front of the Civic, I got to get the ball joint popped off the top, like little A-arm deal. So that way it'll drop down and I can get that strut out of there. But I was trying to work on the Civic and finish my video the other day, and I could not find my pickle fork. So, boom, Amazon, you know, $10 later, there's one here, and I'll get back to that probably tomorrow. So, yeah, I think that's about everything. Oh, I did have some people ask me, and they were like, "Yo, Brandon, what do you do for a living?" Well, I work in construction, and during the wintertime, it always slows down. I work in residential construction 90% of the time, so that it always slows down, and I get more time to actually mess with my projects. One of them being like my Hondas and like my cars, and the other one being obviously computers, mining, all that kind of thing. So, yeah, that's just to answer those kind of little questions and all that kind of stuff. I thought about maybe doing like a an AMA video. I haven't done one of those in probably like over a year. And there's a lot more fans and, well, I'm not gonna say fans. Ain't nobody my fan. A lot more jellyfish out there and viewers now than there previously were. So yeah, I think that's coming out here soon too. Anyway, guys, I'll see you on the next one. I did finally get back into my Twitter account, so I'm trying to not only post my videos, but I want to try to interact with you guys through Twitter. So if you need to message me or anything, that's probably the best way to get a hold of me now. I was using my email previously, and I had it down in my description, but oh my gosh, the amount of spam I'm getting is ridiculous. Upwards of, and if you've messaged me on my email and I haven't got back to you, I'm sorry, but I get upwards of about 80 to 90 emails a day, and basically every single one of them spam. So yeah, I guess that's what I get for putting my, one of my emails on the internet. It's just overloaded. So I can't even really use that email anymore. I'm just kind of just leaving that one for my like public email. But yeah, anyway, I'm going to quit rambling. Guys, thank you for coming out. I'll see you on the next one. And, somebody was like, yo, Brandon, he took his glasses off. He did a face reveal. Well, guys, if you watch my old videos, I didn't always used to wear glasses inside. I just kind of, it was a joke, and I kind of just went with it. And then next thing you know, I was wearing glasses all the time. So, boom, here's me without glasses and all my, saggy red eyes or whatever you want to say. I'm just a little tired, but yeah. So, boom, I guess face reveal 2021 again, because my face has already been revealed. So, later, guys. I'll see you on the next one. Adios. Bye.